Alright, let's start watching this video.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
Excuse me.
Get you some cooking classes and call your mother and say you failed.
Turn it down a little bit.
I'm Sneako and I'm here to find love. I don't think I'm gonna find it, but it's gonna be a good way for me to exercise my charm and my bobbing and weaving skills on a date. We'll see how it goes and see if I'm really misogynistic. This is why I'm on Rumble, because what I say is not safe enough for YouTube, but I think I can manage her grilling. I deal with a lot more haram every single day on a panel of 10 haram women. This is nothing. I'm trained, I'm ready to go. She can ask me whatever she likes. I'm an open book. I'm one of the most honest people I know. So honest, I think that's why they had to ban me on YouTube. Sniper out now on all platforms. Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great.
Nice to
can
meet
you give me
you.
a hug? Great to meet you.
Nice
You look
to meet
great.
you.
I wasn't knowing what to expect.
Thank you, you look nice yourself.
She got a
I
bad
put
one.
on a good shirt.
Yeah, it's a very nice shirt. Oh, he's handsome and he looks nice.
My apologies for being late.
It's okay, better late than never.
Essex is a bit far. I did not think we were gonna come all the way here. I was in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's good to be back. I haven't seen grilling in a long time.
Yes, well, we're back. So, Cheyenne.
Nice to meet you, Sneako.
Nice to meet you, Sneako.
I actually think she looks really good. I like her hair, her outfit.
So, Sneako, tell me about yourself.
What is Sneako's
What do you wanna
real
know?
name?
Let's start with your hobbies and interests.
Hobbies and interests. I'm working all the time recently, so there's not a lot of time to do anything extracurricular. I consider this fun. I enjoy talking to...
Dating?
Well, I enjoy talking to beautiful women, but it's still work at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I'm always working.
Always working.
Always, yeah.
No sleep. So where's your accent from?
I grew up, I was born in New York City.
So what's New York like compared to London?
It's very similar.
Is it?
It's kind of identical in a lot of ways. It's getting infected by wokeness quite a bit.
Infected by wokeness?
It's getting infected.
What do you mean? I think I'm woke.
Do you?
Yeah, I think I'm woke. I'm conscious.
Big red flag. Giant red flag. I'm not really sure what she means by that word. People always use that word in different scenarios, but that's, I kind of want to leave.
What is wokeness to you?
Wokeness is using weakness as a virtue. It's finding power in being a victim.
God, he's opinionated.
It's just virtue signaling. So blaming things for racism, blaming everything on sexism, on misogyny, on other circumstances. People like to latch
Looks
on
like she
to
stops talking
identity
and
politics to
stands
give
up in front
them
of a
justification
camera
for where
to
they
give
are
her
in life.
opinion.
It's gonna be
Like,
on
what
great.
is this?
Or make climate change their personality because they need to feel like they're oppressed. It's everybody.
Does she get up after Sneako says something and then walks up to the camera and gives her opinion? Bit weird, eh?
Wanting to think that the system is against them when the system is actually giving us these ideas to just keep us distracted and keep us fearful and always yelling about nothing. That's London, that's New York.
But at the same time, everyone has a different reality. My experience as a woman is very different to yours as a man. So of course I might call it misogynistic and sexist.
But latching onto that and blaming the world for being misogynistic will hold you back more than however misogynistic the world actually is. If you believe these ideas, your thoughts and beliefs, they end up emulating and creating your reality.
Yeah, you manifest it, right?
So if you walk into a room and you sit down here thinking that I'm misogynistic or that the world is oppressing you, what's gonna happen is you're gonna see more of it and you're gonna be thinking that and the world's gonna respond to that.
I don't have a victim mentality, but it's really hard to not let things burn you a little.
Like what?
Experiences, for example, even dating, right? I consider myself a very nice, homely girl. I would go on a date, and it's like I could be the woman that you want, but it's still not enough for a man that's not ready. So then that would initially be a bad experience for me. So then say if I'd done that, and I'd gone off into the world and done that with 10 other men, 10 more men on body count that is an issue for you, men, so then it's like, where do we stand as women? Because there's a lot of good women that have the same morals and ethics that I have that are going into the world, and it's like, if a man's not ready, he won't wife you.
What does that have to do with misogyny?
If I'd done that with 20, 30 men, you'd be quick to say, your body count's too much. And then it starts to have this battle.
Yeah, but wait a second. Is she talking about Let's go back here 2 seconds, because I thought she was just talking about dating, not sleeping with everybody.
With 10 other men, 10 more men on body count that is an issue for you, men. So then it's like, where do we stand as women? Because there's a lot of good women that have the same morals and ethics that I have that are going into the world, and it's like, if a man's not ready, he won't wife you.
What does that have to do with misogyny?
If I'd done that with like 20, 30 men, you'd be quick to say, your body count's too much. And then it starts to have this battle of the sexes.
What, does she think that going on a date with a guy adds to her body count? I'm confused.
With the double standard and the behaviour and the way men disrespect women for wanting to be as liberated as a man sexually.
So you want to have as much sex as a guy?
No, but I'm saying, like, whether I did or whether I didn't, because of the way the world is and the way it views things, how do we
That's what she's saying.
Keep it?
She just said she's just sleeping with every guy she dates. That's literally what she said. That's wild.
Fair then.
Well, double standards exist for a reason. It doesn't have to be oppression. If this was an actual restaurant in this scenario, I'd be paying, regardless. Like, no matter what, no matter how the date went, even if you stormed off, even if you thought it was a misogynist, whatever, I'm still paying. Okay. And I'm not gonna complain about that double standard. That's just, they exist for a reason. We have different roles that we're supposed to play. Double standards exist for a reason. It has a negative connotation because of female ego.
They must do these conversations after the video, right? And then ask them a couple questions. They can't, like, get up from the booth, walk over here, give a response to the camera, and then go back and sit down, go back to the conversation, right?
But just get over it. We have different roles, and it's extremely important that we play those roles. This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
A woman should keep her body count as low as possible.
Really? What is it with men and wanting, like, a woman that is basically a virgin? So what's your body count?
Sniper out now on all platforms. What's yours?
What do you think, bro? You think you want to check with 200, 250 bodies?
No, we're not doing that.
Me personally.
Okay. Should a man pay the bill?
No.
I've paid the bill. Like, I don't mind paying a bill, if that makes sense. I don't mind splitting it. But I think it's nice. I do like traditional values in that aspect where if a man is
seems
a
like
protector
they're
and provider,
gonna
then look after me.
have some sort of conflict.
But I think it's unfair to expect men to pay the bill.
So what expectations do you have of men?
I have really low expectations now. I'll be honest.
But I
it's
mean,
doing
like,
this-
obviously she picked this guy Sneako to be on here to have a conflicting argument compared to hers. Otherwise, if they were just agreeing the whole fucking time, they wouldn't really have a show, would they?
Show?
It's changed your expectations of men?
Yeah, so they're very little now.
Do they have to make more than you? Do they have to be taller than
Yeah,
you?
to be fair, you don't have to make, in an ideal situation, I would love for a man to earn more money than me, be a protector, be a provider, but unfortunately, with the way a lot of people see the world and society sees the world with the men that are the high earners, they can't fit what I want from a man.
What do you want? I don't
When it
really
comes-
know.
So when it comes to, like, the provider, protector, you don't need to be a millionaire. I just want someone that can come home, look after his kids, kiss his wife, and give me love, and then play with the kids on the weekend and just have a nice life. But in reality, men that want to provide for you are the people that are out working, that go away on work trips, that have side women and all that, and I don't want that.
I don't think she knows what she wants. What she needs is a man to say, no, this is how it's going to be. But to find that guy who will do that for her is going to be difficult. Maybe you want that guy, you just don't want to know about the extracurricular activities.
No, but it's not knowing. I just want someone that's going to be.
This is how
about
it's going
me.
to be.
It's just not a nice thought because it's like.
So
My
don't think
way
about
or
it.
the highway.
What do you mean? Don't think about it. No, it's not. Don't think about it. If you've got my mind, my body, my heart, and my soul, like, why should you then just like disregard it and be out here in the club with other women?
I'm disregarding it by not telling you.
Honestly, all this show does is make me have very low expectations on men. People always find out, and that's not nice. So it's like you can be very powerful.
Then don't
She
actively.
says it gives her low expectations on men. Like, this guy is the average dude. Hurting the rest of us, man.
Seek it out.
But it just happened, and this is the thing.
Not
women
necessarily
come to
saying
women
he's
as a woman,
wrong,
I'm
but
coming
just
to you as
gives him
woman. Is this your man?
gives everybody
Ignore
else
them.
a
Those
weird
are always
perception
jealous.
on dudes.
Those are always the girls that are like just trying to, they're jealous that you have a good relationship with the man that
bro.
you're happy.
Like, if you don't live in like Miami or like, I don't know, whatever the other big cities are, like LA, you know, people act a bit differently out there than what they do in smaller towns and, you know, I guess just any other city besides like those big party places that they have in the US.
Be with. You can't
Or
listen to
London,
other
I
women
guess, 'cause
because
that's another
they don't give
big
good advice to
capital
each
city.
other. A lot of women are extremely miserable, and misery loves company. They don't want to see you succeed because women get extremely jealous when they see a woman get married. So they're going to want to bring you to the club and do the same garbage they're doing.
Girls that go and like, as a woman,
Like,
it's
I don't know about you, but where I live, bro, I don't even have fucking clubs out where I live, man. There's like 2 or 3 places that people go to, and that's fucking it.
never a happy woman.
Because she's hurt. She's also hurt because she was sold dreams by men that wanted to have their cake and eat it. Oh, yep, except a man that cheats on you, basically.
That's not what men are going to say to other men. Men are going to tell each other how to have a happy relationship and how to act properly.
And
Women are just going to tell each other, yeah, well, yeah.
Where you live, everyone knows everyone. You can act like an idiot or anything without people knowing. Oh, you can't act like an idiot. Yeah, yeah. It's the same. It's the same here, man. Like our population is less than like 150,000. So I mean, like, my town has probably like a couple thousand people in it. So it's like you really can't go around doing some weird shit and not having people, probably find out about it.
Yeah, but women are just going to tell each other, leave him. He's doing this. Look through his phone.
Why shouldn't women be allowed or want to have a man that's just loyal to them?
Loyalty doesn't have to be sex for men. It's not.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Here we go again, another misogynist. It's your body. Like, why can't it matter to you as a man?
But you can't apply the way you view sex to the way men view sex, because we will never see it the same way. We don't see it as like we're losing our purity. Our purity is not attached to sex the same way a woman's is.
Yeah, but that's because men put the purity on us as women, so I feel like men give us this pressure.
Do we give, I think women put attachment on that purity just as much as men do. What's the first thing a woman says to insult another woman?
Yeah, no.
You, because deep down we all know that that's how a woman's value is measured.
It's just exhausting trying to find the balance. Like, what makes a good woman?
A good woman provides a spiritual balance. I'm a very busy guy. I have a flight later on. I have a lot of businesses. I have a lot of people attacking, and I have some enemies, stuff like that. And so there's a lot of pressure.
Enemies?
I need a woman that
What
can provide
enemies
that
does this
balance
guy
and
have,
just
bro?
that she
No
can pray
real
for
enemies.
me, that loves me and is happy and is around and she presents herself well. It's not that complicated. It's not that hard to please a man.
He's got a couple
Cook,
people trolling him on the internet.
Clean,
They're his
smile,
ops.
happy relationship. It's that simple.
I feel men don't validate women's emotions enough because it's like, listen, I can do all that for you. I can
Yeah,
bring you peace,
literally,
I can
bro.
pray for you, I can make you have a really great, comfortable life. But if you're not giving me peace because I'm
He's like,
unsettled
they're out
because
to
you're
get me,
out,
man.
you're here.
Why
you're
is that bringing
partying.
you, why is that unsettling you?
Why is he playing dumb for? Because you should, like, if you're out all the time, like, where are you providing for
Not
me?
all the time.
No, but I'm saying, but if you are on business and you've got a hectic life, there's no peace for me. I'm just at home, because if you're not there, there's not that emotional need. Because women, we're emotional, we need that.
So how often do you need me to check in on you?
Well, if I'm your woman, every day.
Every day.
Yeah,
Yeah, morning, before, morning and night.
yeah.
Call you in the morning, call you at night. It's not a problem.
But do you not see where
He just wants to be the top G. You see it too, eh? That's what it seems like to me too,
If I
bro.
was raising your children and you're not there, is that fair?
How often do you want me to be there?
No, I'm asking you. It's ideally a good balance. A man needs to
A lot
be
of
very
this,
present in his
you
kid's
can
life.
almost see
At a
Andrew
certain
Tate
age,
right
from
now.
like ages 0 to 5, the dad doesn't really need to be around. You're going to emasculate me if I'm there all the time and I'm changing diapers and the baby's crying and then you're upset and you're emotional and I'm in that house environment with all this.
You're gonna watch the Machine movie. What's the Machine movie? Oh wait, is that like a Tate documentary, or something?
All these toys and you're
Bert
like really
Kreischer's
big
new
and
movie.
bloated. I'm gonna be
Probably.
emasculated in that
Why
time. I don't
not?
need to be
I like
around
Bert
from
Kreischer.
0 to 5 that much. I'll show up.
But you do.
What do I need to do? Do you want me to change diapers?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's your child.
It's yours too.
Yeah, but so
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not, I'm
no,
not
I know
saying
Bert.
I'm
Who do you think is
doing
better
it.
at changing
funny.
a diaper, me or you?
100% it is a woman. Like, naturally, we
So
know
why do you want me to be doing it if you're better?
Yeah, I'll
Because
probably
it's
watch
like,
it.
It's like take the slack. We're raising children together. It's supposed to be a unit. If the core value of a traditional household.
The trailer
is
looks
men
good.
and
We'll
women
watch the trailer
together,
after
so
this
we're
if you
raising
want.
children together.
Who's
It's
paying for
not-
the house?
Just shop for your kids. That's it.
I haven't
Stand
seen
up.
it.
So I will go out and get the money to provide for the home and provide for
Yeah,
you.
but regardless, whether you're providing for me, this now is about the children that we're raising together. If a man's not in a child's life, or especially, for example, a female, women tend to be more hypersexual if their father isn't present
I saw
in the
Bill
life.
Burr last
Does
summer,
that
bro.
not
He's
change
literally
anything?
my
Would that
favorite
not make you
comedian,
want to,
dude.
as a man, be a father and step up and be in that family unit?
I would love to
Of
see
course
that
I would
guy
be there.
live.
But from 0 to 5, I don't need to be there all the time. I don't even think I should live at the home.
No, now you took it too
Only
far.
like
I need an apartment
comedian,
somewhere.
I
I
guess
don't
you
want to
call
smell
him
the
a
poop
comedian
and the
that I've seen
diapers.
recently.
You
is
actually-
Steve-O.
no.
I don't want to trip over a toy while I'm walking to the
From
bathroom.
Jackass.
You're deluded, mate. So you wouldn't be ready for kids then if you wouldn't want to be there and see all these beautiful moments,
Yeah,
like a
that's
vital
sick,
moment
man.
of watching your child
I'm
smile for the
jealous.
first time, watching your child take a first step. That's something you've created, and I feel like as a man, that should be the most powerful thing that you've done. You've created a life. You know, that's your name. That's one thing you've got. You raise a child, you have him in your name, your family name, especially if you have a son, and you don't want to be there and watch their first moments.
I want to be there.
I think that's poor.
But you can record it.
No.
No, I'll be there. I'll be there.
That's wild, bro. He doesn't want to be there for the birth of his own child, man. Come on now. That's a hot take.
2 days out of the week, but like
I feel like this guy sometimes just says this shit just to have a hot take, though, no?
every single day, just babies crying, and it's. I am going to lose what
He is
makes
an
me
entertainer.
able to provide for the house and for you and for the kids. We're not going to both breastfeed this baby at the same time.
You know deep down it needs to be every day. Like, why wouldn't it be every day?
We can
Yeah, it's not
compromise.
full-
No, it's not
Full-fledged comedian,
compromise.
for
It would be
sure.
you need to be in the house every day. You in the house with your woman raising your children together.
woman?
Because I'm not being funny. There's enough men on the world that aren't present in their kids' life, and I think it's an absolute shit show, if I'm honest with you. Look at all the single women. Look at all the single mothers. You know,
I'm not
and-
saying you're gonna be
no,
single.
No, but that's how it is. What's the point? There is no
Yeah,
benefit.
word.
Listen, like as single women, as single
If you've
mothers,
never had them, how the
they
fuck would you
deal
know?
with a
Exactly,
lot of
bro.
slack, you know, and they deal with it. They raise the kids.
He's talking about something he literally knows nothing about. They both really don't. I imagine she doesn't have any children either, so how the fuck would she know?
And it's like there is no difference
They're just
to a
talking
woman
about
that
it
is
to
in a
talk
relationship
about it,
or a
man.
marriage raising her children if she's by herself, if her husband's living in a separate apartment. She's basically a single mother.
3 days out of the week.
Honestly, why are men like this?
It's more impactful if the dad shows up
Why are
and
men like
gets
this?
to be his best self when he's there.
Yeah, he's there.
She's assuming that this guy is all men, that he is the norm.
He's there. You're saying that
very
these are your own words.
unfortunate.
When he's there. So what is the point? You in the club, you in business, you doing that.
And I
And
don't say
get it.
anything
As
about
a
the club.
business, provide. I get that. Be the provider.
I'm
be the man
saying
in the
from
house.
ages 0 to 5, being there every day is detrimental.
At the Goo Goo Gaga stage, I don't need to be there all the time. It's just that's the truth. There's no reason for me to be there other than for her to make it fair.
If I'm living with my girlfriend all the time, we're gonna end up hating each other. That's where the resentment actually builds. If we have separate apartments and then we get to miss each other and then we get to actually be our best selves when we show up and see each other, the relationship lasts longer because you get to miss each other. That's a very important part.
You see that? If you live separate, right? Like you have a girlfriend or whatever, and you guys, let's say you guys are together for 3 months, 4 months. She's like, I want you to move in. You're like, nah, because if I don't move in, I won't miss you. That's some fire logic right there, man.
Of maintaining a relationship.
It's about unity. It's about raising them. That's all it is. I
I
don't
mean,
even need
that'll
to
make
argue
you
it
10
anymore.
times
That's
the
what it's
man I
about.
grew up without that. I mean, my kids are already way more advanced in sports than anything hands-on. Yeah, man. I
What
mean,
are
it
your
all
red
like
flags?
Red-
it all is what you do with a bad situation, man. If you're gonna be negative about everything and be upset about everything, then yeah, it's not gonna go well for you. But I mean, if you're self-improving and you're taking the best out of a bad situation, then yeah, you're gonna do
Red
better.
flags at a woman if she doesn't respect her father. That's number one. Number two, if she has a high body count. I think if it
And bro,
So-
I'm in the same boat you are, man. It seems like we live very similar lives here, bro.
passes half of her age, actually just over 5.
Sneako, have you ever been in love?
I have, yeah.
Yeah?
Many times.
Many times.
Many times.
How are those experiences for you?
That was a very therapeutic question, but they were good. I think it's a good learning experience. The difference between a man and a woman falling in love is you notice when a woman falls in love and it doesn't work, it ends up kind of wearing down her soul. Trauma as a man can help build you and make you stronger and help you navigate the world better, because
I agree with
in
that.
my experience, I learn from actual experience. I have to go through it in order to really understand not to do something. I think a lot of men are like that. But whereas a woman, if she goes through a traumatic experience, if she goes through a terrible relationship, if she has her heart broken, then that changes her view and makes her more cynical going into the next relationship.
Really? I think it's the other way around. I think when men are in love and they go through heartbreak, I feel like they actually don't come back from it.
What makes you say that?
From experiences.
that ain't true.
From conversations from people, from the way men are.
Guys that are heartbroken, they're in the gym right now. They're starting a business right now. They're
Some of
trying
them
to
are.
improve. They don't want to
Not all
ever
of them.
let a woman control their ego like that again.
That's what I mean, like men shut off like from love. So if you have your
Some
heart
guys
broken,
let that
then
shit
it's
get
like they
to
do
them.
go
Some
militant, and it does
guys
probably make them become
move
a better
on
man. But then they're not
and,
open to love, and then they do this
build
whole.
something better
They
from
don't
it.
want to then be loyal to just one woman. They want their options.
That is kind of true for me. My first relation, like in high school, I was all romantic, lovey-dovey, simping, giving her flowers, writing her
It's not
poems.
simping though.
It is simping.
I think being romantic is not simping. That doesn't make you a simp. Like why should it be called simping if you're showing love and affection to someone you love? That's not simping. Like you're not doing too much.
But
That's showing.
respect and love and attention has to be earned from a woman. You can't just give it to her
True.
thinking that the more I love her, the more she's going to love me. It has
Yeah.
to be
I also agree with that.
reciprocated. I think this goes for a lot of guys. It's not heartbreak, it's just understanding female nature. If I'm writing all these poems and giving her all these flowers, and there's another guy out there who's not giving her attention and is maybe more accomplished, or she wants attention from that guy because of what he is. If I'm giving you all the attention from the jump, then you have nothing to work for. Women want to work for attention just as much as men do. So me writing all these poems and love cards and everything, it's a turnoff if she doesn't have to get something if she doesn't have to work for it.
No, so some women just want love. You know, it's not always about working for it. And I put myself in that situation. Like, I've never been the kind of woman to want the man that doesn't want me. You know, I want stability.
Yeah, you are.
They're both
No, I'm
making
not.
some decent
you don't
points
even know
here.
me, so yes, I would. You know, I'm the woman that wants stability. I'm the woman that wants love. Maybe I'm naive and maybe it is a fairy tale, but that's the way that I see the world. Show me that you want me, fight for me. The moment I know you've got my respect in the sense of I will ride for you, I will root for you, I will fight for you. But if you're not even showing me that you care, why? Why should I?
The relationship that you're describing, you're gonna get bored
I'd
of this
be
guy.
right there with you, buddy.
You want a guy to be with you all the time.
100%.
You don't have a lot of expectations. You just want a man that loves you. And if you're not having to compete for his attention to some extent, if you're getting all of his attention and he's always available.
You can tell. Look at it. They're equivalent. Look at those glasses of wine. They're literally exactly the same amount of milliliters in each cup here. They have not been touched.
both of you are gonna get bored. And then you're gonna end up cheating.
I'm telling you right now, that's just some red food coloring, bro.
You're gonna leave.
When
they
I
haven't
say
touched it.
competing for your attention, I don't mind competing if it's your work, your business. I'm not competing with another woman for you. So if your time is not with me, then have it be at work. But it's not going to be for another woman. I'm not competing over
Not one other
a
woman,
man.
but if your man is not getting attention from other women, you're gonna become unattracted to him.
No way.
He needs to be desired by other women, or else it's just you're gonna get bored.
Have you ever thought the fact that it's women are actually desire men that are good men? Being a father is a masculine quality. So that's what I'm saying. So you're contradicting what you're saying. It's to be present in a child's
Not
life, to do
being
all
a
those
father,
things.
I'd say
It
being
makes
a
you
good
attractive.
father is a
It doesn't
masculine
emasculate
quality.
you. It makes you look
Not
better.
just the fact that
More
you
women
are a
want you when
father.
you are a present father.
My point
More
is,
women want
you
when
are
you're a
going to
man.
want a man that is desired by other women.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So being there and being a present man and it's for one woman makes other women want that.
Like
You know,
she's talking like the bare minimum. She's talking like the bare minimum is just to be sitting there. Like as long as you're not like out at the bars drinking with the boys 7 days a week, if you're there 3 nights out of the week, you're sitting on the couch, but at least you're there, you know, then that's all she needs.
So it's down to you as a man to control and have that discipline to not let other women get you. You know,
At
so
the same
that's
time,
what I'm saying. But if
these
you're
guys
a
have
very
such a weird
successful
perception of
man, why
reality.
can't you be the man that runs it down, holds it down, has this business, is so successful, and is loyal to one woman? Do you know that would be probably the most alpha man on the planet because it's every woman would want that.
Name one of those guys.
I don't know any because they all sleep with other women because they have options. But that's what I'm saying.
You're
So
describing a person that doesn't
so
exist.
if you really wanted to be the ultimate alpha in general, be the loyal man that has the integrity, has the morals, has the business, and that's it.
You can't even think of one example.
No, because I don't know. It's not in my.
I don't know one either.
But I'm sure there's a lot of men
Now it's getting a little bit heated,
that are loyal, that come up with those. It's like, for example, you could be right now broke and all this, and you could be on a come up with a woman who really is a ride or die. And if you stuck with
Yeah, their perception on what a real relationship is so fucked up, man. Exactly, they are acting like every person cheats, bro. Like, not every dude is going out there with side hoes. Not every chick is going out there fucking 100 million other guys. You know what I mean? It's not like, it's some cases it is. Very rare cases, I'd say. I don't think it's the average, for sure. But I mean, it's definitely not what these guys think it is. Because they're you know, because they're in like some sort of like mid-celebrity category, they're getting a different type of people approaching them, right? Different kind of person. Not the normal average dude is walking up to this chick and trying to buy her a drink or something, right?
with that woman,
Then she's my priority.
and she's your priority. And if you're only
They act like it's almost
attention
still
was on
like high
business,
school, bro.
and it was that, and it was solely on her, then you would be the most wanted man. Women desire good men, you know, because for you to say that, you're basically saying all men cheat.
Yeah, well, all successful men, the men that you want will cheat.
We need to change this narrative that every woman wants a millionaire. There are men on this planet that have those morals where they won't cheat and they are for one woman. Like, I don't care what people are saying, that you could argue, maybe it's a very small percentage of men that wouldn't cheat and would be loyal to one woman. But that man there is the most alpha man on this planet.
Bro.
Oh, this is draining me.
100K
Would you be with me
Instagram
if I'd slept with
followers,
over
go on a
20
date.
men?
Come on, let's be realistic.
Let's be realistic. But if I'd done everything you wanted, prayed for you, protected you spiritually, gave you that...
You wouldn't be able to do that if you fucked 20 guys.
Why? Why wouldn't I be able to?
Your soul would be broken.
How would it be broken? How
You
would
can
know?
tell, you can look into a woman's eyes and see her bodies.
Go on.
She has that glazed over look. The more bodies she
glazed
keeps
over
taking
look.
with guys that don't care about her, your eyes right now,
Don't even...
11, maybe 11, 12. But the more it goes up, it's like,
I was nice. I told her 12, but I could
thinks it's
tell
more
that
than
it's
that.
probably early 20s. And now she has expectations of monogamy, and it's just that guy is not going to take a girl with a body count that high seriously. I'm sorry.
As a woman, I'd say I've got very massive... I can be very feminine.
That's true when the fact that they actually do have a high body count is true, right? Like, most guys aren't going to go for a chick when you know she's a hoe. Right? That's not appealing. But that's also not the norm from what Sneako's making you see. But it does happen. I get that.
Woman. But unfortunately,
you got
because
masculine qualities.
I have a lot of masculine qualities because of the way my life played out, you know, and everything is about circumstances. So it could be the environment I grow up in or whatever it is. So I don't get to be the feminine woman that the world wants me to be because that's not my life, that's not reality, and it's not the way the world is. But there is a massive wave of hyper independent women because men don't step up enough, because not that many men have the values that would want to cover the bill, that want to do this, you know.
So why would...
Luckily,
why
you're
would-
a gentleman, like you said earlier, going back to you saying that you'd split the bill.
How many guys are really going out there and saying they're not going to pay for the first date? I mean, that's like, most dudes who are raised right have that perception that when you go on a date, you're going to pay, right? You're not going to make her pay. Like, yeah, I ask you to go to a nice restaurant, but now it'd be like, yeah, you got to pay, sorry.
Gentleman, but this is the thing,
I don't
there's a
got the bread to
confusion
pay for
where
this shit,
people
bro.
believe that just because I'm alpha, and then there becomes an arrogance and an ego, and then there's no respect for women at all. So that it makes it harder for women to even respect men, and that's why we have this unbalance.
Like, you want a guy to be monogamous, to be at home all the time, but you're also saying you're masculine.
You're not home all the time. I'm not saying you need to be home.
You
I'm
did
saying,
say that.
Yeah, I'm saying being present with your children. Looks like we're in for another fight. Come home, sleep in the bed at home.
With
You
the
raise-
masculine
with the
woman?
woman, sleep at home with the woman that you had made a baby with.
That
If
would
you
be
slept enough
easier-
times to f me and get me pregnant and have a baby, so then stay there every day to raise your child. You can work till 10 p.m. if that's the case, but come home to your woman so your kids can see you in the morning.
Like, I understand in the past, in a traditional culture, them being monogamous to one woman and always coming home, but you're also saying that there's this rise of independent, hyper-masculine women. and you also want men to be monogamous to them, don't you see how that's going to fail? Because if you're a masculine woman and we're monogamous and we're staying at the house all the time, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be more feminine. That's not a happy relationship. Even hearing you now say like, you need to come home, you need to raise a kid, I'm like, I need to go to the garage and like smoke. I need to go and get a beer with the guys. Like I'm ready to go and hang out. I'm thinking of an excuse to sit in the bathroom.
Like bro, like I get what he's saying, but bro's acting like that he can't be there for like the morning and afternoon and then go out in the night. Like you don't have to go out every night. But yeah, you could still go out. I don't think most women aren't going to let you like not go out with the boys and have a few drinks. Like you're still going to be able to do that. You're still going to be allowed to go into your garage and, you know, work on whatever the fuck you're working on, whether it's your vehicle or, you know, whatever the fuck you're doing. It's not like you just have to be gone 100% of the time or you'll be more feminine, bro. That's wild.
And just get some alone time, which is what a lot of guys do with these hyper masculine women who are saying, you need to be here, you need to do this.
If I was then your woman and I'm saying to you, you know, Sneako, like, I need you here with me. As your woman, I need you. And so if it's your duty to be my protector and my provider and I'm calling out for you and I'm upset, I'm distressed and I'm calling you and you're not there, you ain't no alpha, you ain't no protector. Simple as that. I don't know if you could tell, but I love a good debate.
And then the
Yeah, like if I want to go to the bar all the time, I can't be like, you can't go to the bar either. Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, it's not like you can expect them to just like sit around and do nothing the whole time when you're out every fucking night, dude. And like if you go out every single night, bro, and do some foul shit, she's not gonna respect you that way either.
So perfect, and then done.
So it's
that's
like
it. You're home.
It's a lose-lose situation.
What you've created?
No, I've
you
created
have
peace.
effectively emasculated me. That's not
no,
peace.
How has it emasculated you? You've said but you said in the beginning. You said a woman that you're going to provide a stability. You're going to provide.
You don't understand what I'm saying.
No, but that's what you said, and that's how I've heard it, and that's what I'm saying to you. Like, listen, for me as a woman, I understand.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be going out every night
you're not
and then
what I'm
like
saying.
have her.
You've made me go from this guy,
start like
happy
hating
guy,
you
confident,
because
my
you're
shoulders
going
are
out
up,
a bunch because
to,
you won't let her go out or whatever
I'll
it may
come
be,
home.
right?
Yeah, but not every day with your shoulders pumped up. Maybe sometimes.
You know, the easy solution to this, I'd say, is just fucking go out together. Get a fucking babysitter or something, bro. And just like have a good time together, you know? Bring your friends along, you know? Bring her friends along and just collectively hang out. It seems like an easy solution to me.
You need that money.
Sometimes you want me.
Sometimes that's compromise, and that's a relationship. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes actually listen to a woman. If you want to be able to provide that, just listen.
You want to sometimes simp?
Yeah. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, bro. If you can't go out and like have a good time with your
means
partner
independent
or your
of a
wife
man,
or
when a
whoever,
woman's
your
talking about
spouse,
it. I want her to be dependent on me.
then you ain't with the right person to begin with.
Even before we meet, to be dependent on her father, ideally. I don't want an independent girl boss queen running around here. Like, I make my money, I don't care at all. It's impressive as a man if you have things go on, you're busy. I don't care if she's busy. That means nothing to me. I want a dependent woman.
With that though, I feel like women like to make it clear that they've got their own money, just so like men like you that are in a better position in life don't call us gold diggers.
I don't think there's anything bad with being a gold digger. I think that a woman should desire rich men.
Yeah, man.
That's a smart thing
it's better
for
to
a
go out
woman
and have a good
to
time
want.
with your
There's
girl
nothing
than
wrong
it is
with
to
a
go out
woman
with the boys. Sometimes
wanting
you'll have
a
better
rich
time.
guy. I think that that's actually a good quality in a woman because it shows
When
that
it's
she
your
prioritizes
partner, you
a lot
probably
of the
should be
things that
having
make
a better
man
time.
a real
Because if
man.
it's someone you want to
Why
spend
would
the
she
rest of
not
your
want to
life
be with a
with,
rich
then
guy? Why would she
and you're
not
not
want
having
the
a good
best life for her
time hanging
children?
out
Why
with
would she
her,
not want to
there's a big problem
see
there.
the fruits of his labor and travel the world? Why would she not want to be with an accomplished man who's made money to get to the point where he has the experience, he has the qualities? There's nothing, like, gold digger has been shamed a lot. Of course I don't want a girl to take all my money, and we've seen relationships fail like that, which is why you should protect it, but she should want an accomplished rich guy because that shows that he's capable in many different areas of life.
So do you believe a woman should pursue a career?
It's not a bad thing, sure. I think it shows some good qualities, but I think that she should prioritize raising a family over the career. If she finds the right man and they start having children, she should be willing to give up whatever career she has
you both just
to
lose
go and raise a
patience
family.
for each other.
But that is fine. Like, that's fine. But there are women
Not
that
a whole
also
lot you
want to
can
have a
do.
career.
Sometimes you can work your shit out though.
Oh, it's so difficult. I'm
Sometimes you
saying
can't.
yes. No.
No.
How come you're saying no?
It just never works. There's always going to be a level of attraction. If that's ever on the table, that's not a real friendship.
Yeah, of course.
It's disingenuous. So why did you say yes?
I say yeah because I do believe that you can be friends with someone of the opposite sex.
You have male friends?
Yes,
See,
but
I kind of disagree with that. Like you can have like you can have like your girlfriend and then her friends, and you can be like friendly to them, but you can't really be like friends with them, right? Otherwise, there's like you build some sort of like uneasy relationship with your partner, right? Where you're gonna have maybe she's thinking that something else is going on. And one of them is ugly. Only be friends with them if one of them is ugly. I mean, yeah, you're probably right. To be honest with you, that might actually be true.
Starting to realize, don't get me wrong, like as I'm getting
But
older,
I mean, if you
from
have a
experiences,
bunch
I'm
of female
realising
friends,
that
or if she has a bunch of like guy friends, bro, like that's kind of a red flag. I'm not gonna lie there.
a lot of the time men are just trying to sleep with me, and like a lot of them have played the long game, like I.
And you still,
No, but because I do have like 3 good guy friends that wouldn't sleep with me, like genuinely.
yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think that though? I mean, I bet you if she called him up right now and asked like, "Yo, you want to fuck?" They're probably gonna say yeah.
Because they always tell me they like try and like go get married and just.
Unless they're
settle down and
gay.
just-
Are they in long-term relationships?
One of them is, yeah.
Okay.
That's what I mean, and even like
What about the
his,
single one?
his missus like invites me round to barbecue. Like I get on with her. Like it's nice. It's a nice unit, you know.
The single one wouldn't sleep with you?
No.
You want to test?
No,
Why not?
I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I thought he was your
exactly,
friend.
bro.
You could
He
trust
is
him.
my friend.
Call him up.
And say what then?
I'm so horny. I'm grilling and this guy sucks. I need to meet you in my car real quick.
Yeah, he'd actually tell me to shut the fuck up. Genuinely.
Okay, well, you won't call
I
him
really
up.
doubt
I know
that.
what he would say. Let's be honest. But it's fine. You can continue living in the delusion.
What do you say in London? She's waffling about. She's chatting fam. Come on, blood. She's chatting.
The same way that you're living in the delusion about your single friends, you should apply that to when you settle down with a successful guy and he's going out on business trips and maybe he finds a girl once in a while. Just ignore that the same way you're ignoring the fact that your single friends would absolutely destroy you if given the opportunity.
What?
Huh?
Honestly, I'm so sick of this. Men and women can't be friends. I'm not being funny. If you're too insecure to accept the fact that your
Like, you
partner
can
has
be
someone
friends, but it's
that's
only
a friend
to
of the
a
opposite
certain
sex, that's a
extent.
you problem.
If you're a liberated woman and it doesn't matter and you're on a new path,
I'm liberated sexually, 100%.
Oh.
Like I will do.
you're liberated.
As in the sense of like I will do what I want to do for me, but it doesn't mean like my term of sexually liberated doesn't mean that you need to be going out having sex with everyone. Mine just means I can, if I choose to do it and I want to do it and I want to wear that, then I'll do it.
So you're liberated.
I'm liberated. I'm just a liberated person in general. Like
You're liberated
I'm-
sexually though.
I'm not sexually in the sense of like how you're trying to.
She
Free
sounds
at
like
last,
she got
free
a
at
couple
last.
bodies.
I think you should just be free regardless. Like do whatever you want to do for you, as long as you're not harming anyone.
Liberated
hurting
just sounds like
anyone,
a nice word
breaking
for
up
it.
families, cheating, and do what you want.
You want to know why you're not actually sexually liberated?
Why?
Because liberated means you're free from everything. You're free from judgment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm liberated, but I'm.
If you were actually liberated, you would tell me the number.
Yeah, but I don't care. Like, as in, I don't care if that makes sense.
If you don't care, then you
Holy
can tell me.
Christ,
Whether I'm
man.
liberated or not, it's
30
got nothing
minutes.
to
We
do
still
with
got
you.
18
The
minutes to go,
reason
bro.
that you
Are
won't tell me is
kidding
because you care.
I don't think it's free. Listen, I don't think women are free in that sense. Like as much as
you're not
if
liberated.
I'm liberated, but I don't think I'm free when it comes to
Those
body
words are
count, social
synonyms.
media. Just doesn't make sense. Like I can feel free, but I'm not free with society the way that it is, and I can't be bothered. Like anything you say will just get manipulated and twisted, and I can't be bothered to deal with it.
Do you give head?
You do.
I do. And they're gonna, see, I'm honest about it. I'm actually liberated.
Well done,
With
see?
my,
Oh, that's why you're doing it to prove a point that you're more liberated than me.
no, that's not, well, actually, yes, I am, because I'm being honest right now, and you can't be honest. This is not accepted in my space. Everyone's against this, but with the woman that I love, the main, I don't just do it. The woman I love, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
Oh my God, excellent. Oh, good.
Just with the main one, I understand, blah, blah, blah. They're
Nothing
gonna,
wrong with
but I'm honest.
giving some head to
Good.
the
Well, that's
your
good
to your
that you're
woman.
doing it. I feel like.
I didn't like the way you said that.
What do
As
you
long as
mean?
it's nice and clean down there, you know.
What do you mean, aw?
I'm shocked. I was really expecting a no. So it's nice to have
It's
someone.
nice?
No, it's nice to have a guy come on here and be like, no, it's good. I enjoy it.
I'll change my answer.
No. The reason why I'm saying it's
Never mind.
nice.
I'm done.
No, it's nice because you understand like pleasure. Don't change. You can't change it. Like you understand pleasure. You understand a woman's body, and I feel like it's just as a woman. I'm speaking as a woman. It's not nice to lay in bed with a man and have him just fuck you and not care if you have come. You know. So if a man does go down on you, loves your body, shows appreciation, it's much better, and you will get a better result because she's more likely to give you better sex as well.
You can respect a random guy that's just gonna give you head first night?
No.
The difference is head is expected for the women, no matter like what level of relationship. It's just foreplay. It means nothing.
So this is why everyone's got it all messed up. Like, that is not just something as accessible as that. Like, that's an intimate thing. What do you mean means nothing? See, I was really giving you some flowers then.
It's like I take the flowers back. I don't want them. It's just like foreplay. It's just like kissing. That's just standard. This is how we start. But this is like a different level of intimacy.
That's what I'm saying. It's beautiful. So I'm glad you said yes.
Men are supposed to give women the flowers. Like this is. You see
It's
what
beautiful,
how
man.
this
It's
messed
just
up the.
fucking
I should have lied.
beautiful.
No, it's good. Now you've got probably more women interested.
No. You think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
What is wrong with a man wanting to please his woman? Especially if she's your main and gives you your peace and spiritually protects you.
You can't maintain your masculinity and give head to a woman.
Yes, you.
There's
How does that take away your masculinity? Like, it doesn't
Well,
even
yeah, I
make
agree
sense.
there. You don't want to be
if I
giving,
do
you don't want
like
to be
if
diving
I'm
down
doing
into the
doggy
deep
style,
end
hit
with
it
a
from the
bunch
back.
of,
You're
with
still
a bunch of randoms.
like do it in the air.
Do what?
Bunch of random chicks.
Give head. Like as a man to a woman. What does it look like?
What do you mean?
You got to lay on here. You put it and then I can't recreate that motion right now and still maintain
Yeah, but you could
masculinity.
do it manly. You could like
No,
grab her.
there's no man in the way.
Yes, there is. You could pull her to the end of the bed,
And
grab her.
what's your face doing?
Whose?
What's the man's face doing? Even if I'm hoisting
You'd
up
be
here.
on your
On my knees? Haram.
what? But no one sees. It's just me and you, or you and your woman.
God sees it.
You know.
I'm just gonna bring another girl in. Let her do it. It doesn't need to be my tongue. The only reason that she wants it to be my tongue is that she wants a level of power. Garbage. I will bring in a unicorn that loves us both, and she can do the haram for me.
But it's just it's just an intimate thing between you and that person. So no one's seeing that.
And
so you ain't
God.
got to worry about what other men think. Oh, this is a bad angle for because men are gonna make me look like I'm
It's not.
this that. Like
it has nothing to do with it. God is looking at you and saying, "Simp."
no, he's not. Listen, I'm telling you now to all the men that even listen to this, it is the most attractive thing when a man is able to step into his power and even just submit to a woman in the moment. And it's not even submitting. It's
What does
just
that
nice to
mean?
please your woman.
Step
Why
into
would you
his
wanna do
power
that?
and submit to a woman? This lingo's too complicated
picked
for
up-
me,
you
bro.
You picked up the wrong card.
No, I would be friends.
No.
What's yours?
No. Yes.
What? This is what's how are you telling me to click no? Click, press, pick up. Oh my god.
Absolutely not.
But you can.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's okay for you to be friends with your ex and not me? There's no difference. Are you all right?
You can't tell
But
me.
you can't tell me no.
You
say
you
no.
can't tell me what to do.
I'm telling you to not tell me what to do.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't speak to. You're not allowed to speak to other men.
And wait, did he say I was the deluded one? Really?
And you can't. No male friends. No male influences. That's disgusting.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would you want to stay friends with your exes?
Why would you want to?
Because it's just she's there. She's still, I can bring her over once in a
Leave
while.
her on
but
the
we're
back
not,
burner.
I'm still keeping in contact with her.
If it's a genuine friendship, then
No,
it's
you shouldn't have.
understandable,
You
but
shouldn't
I think
have
it depends
friends. You
on
should be
the
friends with your
dynamic.
ex.
So what are you going to be doing
When
with
you're
your
in a
exes? What are you going to be doing
relationship.
with them?
That was
Because
just
they're
catching
not
up.
really
I actually
friends. They're
understand
backup
it.
plans.
She is
man. They're plan
100%
Bs.
keeping him as an option. Everybody watching this knows.
I actually I have an ex that I am not in regular contact, but I do talk to.
About what?
Just we have catch up.
No,
Hey, how's
yeah,
you?
no,
How's
I
your
know,
mom?
bro.
How's life? Oh, it's good. Like, glad to see you doing really well.
The double
That's it,
standard
that's it.
shit.
You know what that is?
mad.
You're keeping each other around as options.
No, definitely not. as
That's
options.
exactly what that is.
It's genuinely not as options. It's just, you know what it is? It's like, genuinely that ex, there's just a lot of love there in the sense of...
Oof.
No, but it's not I love them. No, but there's love.
Imagine. We know. It is what it is.
No, don't. Let me land. Let me land. Like, there's that love in the sense of it was like, this was 10 years ago and... Like,
So you still love each other?
No, it's not love. I'm not.
So what is it?
That's a bit of a
It's
red
just
flag,
it's
no?
genuine care. It's nice. Like,
Care?
yeah.
Still talking to an ex from 10 years ago?
Care is love. It's the same thing. Stop lying. You used to share the most intimate parts of
She
your body. Come on.
probably,
This person
probably still has
helped me for a hard time.
feelings
So it would
for
be a
him, no?
shame to not be able to like have a conversation or catch up with them for a coffee every once in a while, just because it's nice to have had that there. But don't get me wrong, moving forward,
Whoever
if
that
there
guy is,
ever
he's
came a
playing
point
the
where I'm
fucking
in love
long
with my
game,
man
bro.
and he
Holy
gave me an
shit.
ultimatum, of course I'm choosing my man. But I would hope that my man would trust me enough to know what kind of woman that I am, and I wouldn't go back there or with them. Like, once I'm done with you, we're good. Like, it's cool.
That ultimatum has
Yeah,
to
which
happen
doesn't have
with the guy
someone
that you're
new
actually in
if
love
you're
with,
better,
because
then it
you are
won't matter.
keeping
Yeah,
him
I
around as
agree.
an
I'm
option.
not. I'm not. This is no. Don't.
100%.
No, I'm not. Like, genuinely, I'm not. And that's the thing. Like, don't just make your assumptions just because maybe you've experienced and seen it with other women and other people can't hold friendships. But one thing I'm fucking good at is being a good person and having my morals. And I'm a loyal person.
Okay.
So I can't have someone try and
See, you're
tell
not
me that I'm one
actively
way.
thinking of it that way, because that's how women are. That's how good they don't think in reality. You're not going to actually think that this guy's an option. The truth is,
Women
he
don't
is.
think
He's
in
not.
reality, bro.
Genuinely. It's not what I think.
All of them
He's not.
have
He's
no
not.
perception of what reality
He's
is,
got a
dude.
girlfriend. He's not an option.
Right.
He's like genuinely.
Do you know what
not.
you are to him?
Not
You
an
can
option.
tell this guy only
An option.
talks to
No,
a
I'm
certain
not.
girl, bro. A
Do you
certain
think he's
kind of
attractive?
women.
Well, I did at one point, but now, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I could probably say, if you said, "Oh, is he good looking?" I'd probably say, "Yeah," but not for me. Just because. No,
Why not for you? You still care
Because
about
I've
him?
been there. Like, Joe, like, I am the type of person. Like, when you outgrow a situation, it's like a job. I won't go back there. When you outgrow something, it's just not for you anymore. This is what I'm saying, though. Like, because of your actions and the way you behave, just because you might sleep with an ex doesn't mean that I would. Like, I'm actually a very trustworthy, loyal person. What would you do if my ex was after you?
After me, how? He wants to fight?
Yeah.
I guess we got to fight.
Would you fight him? Why did he have to resort to fighting first? Like, have a conversation. Not everything is violence.
If he's
Well,
after
I mean,
me,
well, I mean, bro, if yeah, I kind of agree with that too, right? Because if she has an ex-boyfriend, and then her ex-boyfriend is like harassing you and shit and saying, "Yo, let's fucking fight" and shit, bro. Like, I mean, you kind of gotta fight, no? Right? Like, you can't be a pussy and be like, "Nah, bro, let's just talk it out, dude."
me and he's, yeah, we have to sort it out.
Why can't you just do it for a conversation?
He's after me? After me doesn't sound like he's after a conversation.
That you could be the person
Yeah.
that's like, let's talk.
Okay, I'll try to talk to him, but if he's really that angry, then it has to go, if it has to go that way, it has to go that way.
Okay, what if he beats you? Would you then...
Guess you guys are back together.
I'd have to wipe your face. It's okay, babe.
You would not respect me the same way anymore. Like, maybe we would stay together,
I mean,
but
even
it
if you
would.
get your ass beat, I mean, at least you were willing to go to the extent of like fighting the dude and not being a complete fucking pussy, right?
Never be the same.
What would you do if I had cheated? Would you really?
Yeah, you gotta leave, bro. I agree with that too. She's cheating on you, bro. You can't that's like, you just move on. You don't deal with that.
You'd walk away?
That's what I would do.
No way.
What do you mean, no way?
Why is she acting like she's surprised? What did she expect? I don't know if this is performance for the video. but
She's definitely cheated, and
There's,
then has
there's
the
only
guy
one option.
still like stay
I'm not
there, bro.
staying, and you don't want to be with the guy who would stay.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
Get you some cooking classes and call your mother and say, you failed. You failed on
she
your
gotta
daughter.
be able to
can't
cook, bro.
do
Come on
that.
now.
You
What
can't
is wrong
create-
with you?
Did that actually
And if she doesn't
come
know how
out
to
the smell?
cook, she should at least
Wow.
be willing to learn.
But also,
how
you
to
wouldn't need
cook,
to
right?
cook that much. I like eating out a lot.
So I'm guessing
Doesn't
your
mean
mom's a
she
really
has
good
to
cook.
cook every
She's
night,
a stupendous cook.
but she
Amazing.
should at least know how.
I like the idea of being in a monogamous relationship, but
Ugh.
I do actually say to a lot of guys, I'm happy to have an open relationship because I've looked into like the polyamorous community.
Oh, no.
No, I have, and I've said to that. So I will give you an option.
It doesn't work.
When we first start dating, I will give you an option. Do you want to keep this open?
On both ends.
100%. They will say no. So
Yeah, it doesn't work.
So then-
I don't really
I
think
I
open
tried it.
relationships
The only
really
reason you're
work, to
asking
be
for that
honest
is
with you.
because you have a lot of ego and you think that it
I
needs
think
to be
people
fair
like
in
to
every
pretend
single
that
way.
they work.
yeah,
You're-
it does need to be fair.
know.
It doesn't, because I'm paying for everything. There's double standards.
I've never
The
been in an
reason
open
you're asking
relationship.
for an
How the
open
fuck would I know?
relationship is because I have an open relationship and you think it needs to be fair, not because you actually have a desire to go sleep with a bunch of random guys. You're afraid to even say your
My friend's girl won't drive, and he has to do all the driving. He works all the time and has to pick up the kids everywhere. Yeah, bro. I mean, come on. There's got to be like a certain level of respect that you have for each other, where she's gonna be able to fucking drive. Like what does that have to do? Like, why wouldn't she go and pick up her own kids? Like, if he works all the time, how does that even make sense? Because if he works, he probably works till like 5, right? Like, in a perfect world, wouldn't she have to go pick up the kids because like they're off at school at like 2 or 3 o'clock before he's even off at work? So how would that even work? Because like if she won't drive at all, then I mean she's either just afraid to drive or she's just got bigger issues going on. Oh, he goes in at like 4 a.m. Okay, so he's off pretty early then, eh? And he's out at 3. So I mean, like, yeah, like he could definitely like still do it and still pick up his kids from school, but like not every fucking time, bro. I mean, sometimes you gotta go home and take like a 2-hour nap. You know what I mean? Wake up and she says supper's ready, and you're just down there eating. Everything's good. You know, there's got to be some give and take. She's got to do something. She can't just not do anything the whole time. Not drive, not pick up her kids. That's not gonna work.
body count right now. If you were just like that willing and liberated to just go sleep with a bunch of dudes, then you would be unhappy and you would have that glazed look in your face. But you don't actually want to do that. You want to be committed to one guy. You want to have that long-term relationship.
It's just about finding the person that you can align with.
Have you actually tried a polyamorous relationship before?
Yeah.
I have too.
How was that?
It does not work.
I think polyamorous relationships can work, but I think also with it, like in reality, it's most likely like, given the option, women actually don't sleep around. We don't want other people. So I feel like if you as the man can control the situation, you hold a lot of power, being able to give energy and time with both women that they both desire. It's not having one favourite. It's not having a too high difference in age gap to stop jealousy within the women.
But I want 4. I want 4 wives.
So you better control your business then and know how to do it.
Get into it. That's why I need to go on all these trips.
What would you do if I wanted to invite others into our sex life?
Absolutely not.
Really?
No. I mean, it depends. Is it a girl?
Could be.
If it's a girl, yes. If it's a guy, oh no. I tried it before.
Like, bro, what? Like, imagine your girl getting fucked by another man and you're doing it too, bro. Oh man, that shit gives me chills, bro. Ooh.
Really? Yeah, I've heard.
I went to
fucked.
a swinger party like in a previous relationship, trying to make, because I listened to
What kind
this.
of real
Like, yeah,
man
well, it needs to be fair.
would let
No.
that shit happen, bro?
So you watched someone else?
I swapped with a couple.
You swapped with a couple?
Yeah.
So that would be, what's that, like a cuckold? Isn't it?
Yeah, well, I swapped with a couple and I didn't like the other girl. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. And seeing how, like, that's the number one thing that people will always criticize me for.
Right?
Isn't that proof enough in the pudding? If that's like something that people make fun of you for, and that's like the every single video that people use to cancel me, they always bring that up. That's proof. Even the liberal people, and that's kind of accepted in that ideology, they'll use that to shame me. Yeah. Clearly, it doesn't work. Nobody will shame me. I have multiple girlfriends. Nobody will be like, this guy has multiple girlfriends, because that's a respected man. A humiliated man is a guy who's sharing his girl.
No, he's definitely lying. I'm telling you, cuckold. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I agree with that,
It's an alright fetish to have.
Do you have any fetishes?
It's not a fetish. I think
you can't really
feet.
share your woman,
nice.
bro.
Feet?
I like looking at people's feet because I think they're nice.
I did not think you were going to lead with feet.
Shit, man.
I like.
Ew, you suck toes?
No, I don't suck toes.
You sucked a toe.
No.
Foot fetish? She's freaky. That was a freaky answer.
I wouldn't say it's a fetish. It's more of a fantasy. So I used to like be into vampires and stuff.
Nah, I don't like feet,
so like
bro.
role play
Hell no.
as a vampire.
You like biting and stuff?
Firstly, if you do role play, you have to go full role play, whatever it is.
Vampire? She's weird, but that's my kind of weird. But I know these types of girls, you're going to leave with a bunch of scars, and it's going to be a war when you go in there.
Right. What would you do if I earned
I don't mind some good
than you?
GTA RP,
Did we start the relationship that way?
Yeah?
We wouldn't be in a relationship.
If we didn't start the relationship that way.
And then you got a raise, and then you started making a lot more. Guess I got to get a raise too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that happen. I would have to, because if a woman makes more than her man, then she ends up belittling him, and I actively can't be emasculated.
So the ego comes and pushes through, so you earn more.
The male ego is important, though. There's a common theme from feminists now that they're like, the male ego is a bad thing, and I need to be
I don't
equal.
think it is, by the way. I don't think it is. Like, you need ego to step into certain situations. It's just...
Yeah, the male ego is a really important thing to keep the world going forward. It doesn't have to be toxic masculinity. That's what creates society. That's what makes buildings taller. That's the reason that countries exist, and that's why people innovate and people create new things is in competition. And competition needs ego to thrive.
What would you do if I couldn't come?
Ooh.
Better use that
I'd
mouth,
break a
babe.
sweat.
No, not. Yeah, I got to start breaking a sweat. Go round 4, round 5. We got to get there. It's a mental thing, so I got to figure out what I'm not tapping into mentally to make you feel comfortable enough to let loose and just forget about everything and just be in the moment. And if I can't get you there, then I'm doing something wrong. It's my fault.
Oh, you think?
It is.
I like that. I'm like, men, take notes with that one.
But also, the female orgasm is not that important. It just serves no purpose.
This is what I'm saying. Every time I'm like, oh my God, yes.
It's a
he's
complete
right.
waste of
I agree
time.
with that too,
All
right? You
Sneako
don't
cares
wanna,
about
like,
is what everyone else thinks, because look, I
have
feel like deep down
one-sided
he really
sex
wants
all
to
the
please a
time,
woman,
bro. That shit's
but
gonna be whack.
his ego won't allow it. So look, genuinely, if you really was like, yeah, women, them come in, everything like that, I was actually thinking you might be one of my favorite people on here. But now I'm just like, no.
It's funny though how you talk about the male ego. The only reason that I would have the dedication to make you come is because of my ego.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, but
So now you like the male ego.
No, I like, yeah.
When
it's about
right. When it's about
me
you
having an orgasm,
Pretty
then
egotistical.
100% I care about the male ego.
Right.
Make me come.
She's got a massive ego, this girl. It's going to be a lot to tame. I think it's still tameable. Maybe I'm simping by saying that, but somebody can come in and fix this woman.
But it doesn't. You coming doesn't matter at all.
Yes, it does matter.
No. If you are completely in love with me,
I don't know if
then
either
you
of
would
them
just
could be
come off the
fixed, to be
fact that
honest
I'm
with you,
feeling
bro.
pleasure.
When I come, life, creation, purpose. When she comes, she's on my bed sheets and I gotta wash them.
I think deep down, you would be a very
fucked up.
great, passionate, intimate lover, but you care too much about what the rest of the world thinks, so you don't want to love women or go down on them. But I think deep down, you
I
would.
said yeah.
Yeah, but you
everybody
always
on the
go back
show-
on what you say. Like, you say it, and then you think, because you see me smile too much, you're like, you, Cheyenne. Actually, no.
Okay, well, because I'm an honest person and I can't lie. I regret saying it because of your reaction. And this is
Because
why
you didn't want me to smile, so you actually don't want me to be happy.
it's not that I don't want you to be happy. You have to unlock it.
Holy
Sneako,
Christ. I think we've almost made it through this, bro. You ever watch Kill Tony? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. The Comedy Live podcast? No, I haven't.
I enjoyed
haven't.
it.
The same. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, to be honest with you. So yeah.
Why do you say that?
I don't know, I'm apprehensive when dates come, you know. You've just got to take it as face value. And so far, you've been all right.
Yeah, I could have
All right, we're
made
going to end
you
that there. Fuck that. I don't think they're talking about anything else.